Most workshops are missing a few tools that could instantly make every project faster, cleaner, and far more professional. The right woodworking tools don't just save time, they improve precision, reduce mistakes, and make difficult tasks feel surprisingly easy. Whether you're building furniture, tackling DIY projects, or upgrading your workspace, smart tools can completely change the way you work. In this list, you'll discover 100 amazing woodworking tools on Amazon you need right now, packed with clever upgrades, powerful gadgets, and hidden workshop gems. And some of these tools are seriously impressive. Number 1. Sunbaba 3D Carpenter Square. Ever tried lining up cuts perfectly without second-guessing measurements? Precision becomes effortless with this 3D Carpenter Square, designed for accurate marking across multiple angles. Unlike flat rulers, this tool wraps around edges, helping you mark depth, width, and height in one move. Woodworkers love how it speeds up layout work without constant repositioning. Projects come together cleaner and faster, especially for framing or box builds. Small upgrades like this quietly transform your workflow. Stay with me, because the next tool takes cutting accuracy to another level entirely. Number 2. Suizan ryoba pull saw. Forget everything you know about traditional push saws for a second. Japanese pull saws like this ryoba cut on the pull stroke, giving you tighter control and cleaner edges. Thinner blades mean less material waste and smoother finishes right off the cut. Beginners notice immediate improvement, while experienced users appreciate the precision for joinery work. Lightweight design reduces fatigue during longer sessions. Once you switch, going back feels frustrating. Cleaner cuts instantly change your results. Now wait until you see what happens when drilling becomes just as precise. Number 3. Milescraft Cabinet Jig Kit. Installing cabinet hardware used to mean measuring over and over again. Consistency becomes automatic with this adjustable cabinet jig that lines up handles and knobs perfectly every time. Setup takes minutes, but the time saved across multiple cabinets is huge. DIYers and professionals both rely on it to eliminate uneven placements. No more crooked handles ruining the final look. Repeatable accuracy makes projects feel professional. Small tool, massive difference. Now this next one is seriously impressive. Number 4. Mollom carbide Forstner bits clean holes can make or break a woodworking project. These carbide Forstner bits drill smooth, flat bottom holes without tear out, even in hard wood. Compared to standard bits, the edges stay sharper longer and cut more efficiently. Perfect for hinge installations, dowels, or decorative work. They deliver consistent results every time. Less sanding afterward means faster completion. Precision like this feels satisfying immediately. Once you use high-quality bits, cheap ones feel unusable. Things are getting even better from here. Number 5. siiixs Carbide Lathe Tool Set. Turning wood on a lathe becomes far less intimidating with the right tools. This carbide lathe set eliminates constant sharpening, letting you focus on shaping instead of maintenance. Interchangeable tips make it easy to switch between roughing and detailing. Beginners gain confidence quickly, while experienced turners save time. Smooth finishes require less sanding, which speeds up the entire process. Efficiency jumps noticeably. That kind of upgrade changes how you approach projects, and the next tool brings similar precision to clamping systems. Number 6. Microjig Matchfit CNC Kit. Clamping setups often slow projects down more than the actual cutting. This matchfit system lets you create custom tracks directly into your workbench or jigs. Flexibility becomes the biggest advantage, allowing endless configurations for holding pieces securely. No need for expensive pre-made tracks. Woodworkers love how adaptable it is for different builds. Secure holds mean safer, cleaner cuts every time. This changes the workflow completely. Wait until you see what's coming next. Number 7. Goingmake Cabinet Door Jig. Perfect cabinet doors are harder than they look. Alignment becomes simple with this jig designed for consistent hinge placement and door positioning. Instead of guessing spacing, you get repeatable results across every cabinet. That means tighter fits and smoother operation. DIY kitchen upgrades suddenly feel achievable. Time saved during installation adds up quickly. Professional-looking results without professional headaches make this tool stand out. Now here's something that upgrades joinery itself. Number 8. Kreg K4 Pocket Hole. Jig joinery doesn't have to be complicated to be strong. Pocket hole systems like the Kreg K4 make solid connections fast and reliable. Drill angled holes, drive screws, and you've got tight joints in seconds. Ideal for furniture, frames, and repairs, it simplifies woodworking for all skill levels. Adjustable settings handle different material thicknesses easily. Strong joints without visible hardware feel satisfying. Once you try it, traditional methods feel slower. And speaking of precision, number 9. Puioco Stair Tread Template. Measuring stairs accurately can be frustrating and error-prone. Templates like this eliminate guesswork by capturing exact angles and widths in seconds. Irregular walls or uneven spaces no longer cause problems. Transfer measurements directly to your material with confidence. Installations become faster and far more accurate. DIY flooring projects suddenly feel manageable. Precision saves both time and materials. That kind of efficiency is hard to ignore. Now, this next tool adds accuracy to marking itself. Number 10. GrenPro Woodworking Scriber Ruler. Marking lines cleanly makes every cut easier. This scriber ruler allows you to transfer exact measurements directly onto wood surfaces. Fine adjustments help you dial in precise offsets quickly. Unlike pencils, scribes create thin, accurate lines that improve cutting accuracy. Woodworkers rely on tools like this for detailed work. Small improvement, big impact, clean marks lead to clean result. If you're still watching, it gets even crazier from here. Number 11. Spetool Router. Lift system. Adjusting router height from below the table can be frustrating. This lift system brings precision control to the surface, letting you fine-tune cuts easily. Micro adjustments improve accuracy for detailed routing work. Smooth operation saves time during setup changes. Professionals love the consistency it provides across multiple passes. Better control leads to better finishes. Efficiency like this changes how you use a router entirely, and the next tool adds precision to drilling in a completely different way. Number 12. Bullseyebore Drill Guide. Laser drilling straight holes sounds simple until accuracy really matters. This guide uses a laser to center your drill perfectly every time. No more drifting or uneven holes ruining your project. Compact design makes it easy to use anywhere. Beginners gain confidence quickly, while pros appreciate the added precision. Cleaner holes improve overall build quality. That level of control is hard to go without once experienced. Now here's something unexpected. Number 13. ldhthopi Burnishing Machine. Surface finishing often takes longer than the build itself. This burnishing machine smooths and polishes wood quickly, enhancing the final look. Consistent finishes become easier to achieve across large surfaces. Less manual sanding means less fatigue. Wood grain pops more beautifully with proper finishing tools. The difference is noticeable immediately. Projects feel more professional. Stay with me. This one changes everything. Number 14. ezarc 7 1/4 Circular Saw Blades. A saw is only as good as its blade. These high-performance blades deliver cleaner cuts with less resistance. Reduced vibration improves control and safety during use. Woodworkers notice smoother finishes right away. Longer lifespan means fewer replacements over time. Reliable performance builds confidence in every cut. Small upgrade, big result, and now we're getting into something that keeps your tools working better. Number 15. Powertec Abrasive Cleaning Stick. Dirty sandpaper wastes time and money. This cleaning stick restores sanding discs and belts in seconds. Simply press it against the abrasive surface while running, and debris disappears. Extended lifespan means fewer replacements. Consistent sanding performance improves project quality. Maintenance becomes quick and easy. Efficiency like this adds up across every build. Which one is your favorite so far? Number 16. GQ setup blocks. Small setup mistakes can throw off an entire project. These blocks make repeatable tool calibration faster, especially when dialing in saws, routers, and fences. Accurate spacing means fewer test cuts and less wasted material. Pros use setup blocks to save time, but beginners benefit just as much from the consistency. Once your measurements stay locked in, the whole workflow feels smoother. Precision like this is easy to underestimate, and the next tool brings that same confidence to custom branding. Number 17. Kainsy Custom Branding Iron Nothing finishes a handmade project quite like a clean personal mark. This custom branding iron lets you stamp your work with a logo, name, or design for a professional touch. Heat it up, press it in, and the result instantly makes a piece feel finished. Makers use it on wood projects, gifts, and small batch products. Branding adds identity without adding clutter. Would you use this on your work? The next tool is all about making larger projects feel just as polished. Number 18. Artimaster 8-inch Carpenter Square. Every shop needs a square that makes layout work faster and more reliable. This 8-inch Carpenter Square helps you mark right angles, check edges, and keep cuts aligned with less guesswork. Compact size makes it easy to carry, yet it still handles everyday woodworking tasks well. Clean layouts lead to cleaner builds, especially on frames and boxes. Simple tools often become the most used. Now this next one is built for accurate angle work. Number 19. Toyaki 10-inch miter saw blade. A miter saw can only perform as well as the blade on it. This 10-inch blade is designed for smoother cuts, better edge quality, and less tear out across common woodworking tasks. Sharp teeth reduce resistance, which helps keep cuts cleaner and more controlled. That matters when you're making trim, framing, or finish work. Better blade quality means less sanding afterward. Small upgrade, huge payoff. Things are getting even better from here. Number 20. Kernowo Wood Carving Kit. Wood carving becomes far more enjoyable when the tools feel balanced in your hand. This carving kit gives you the essentials for shaping, detailing, and refining pieces without fighting the material. Beginners can practice safely, while experienced makers use kits like this for controlled detail work. Better tools help you carve with confidence instead of force. That makes the process smoother and more creative. Which one is your favorite so far? The next tool is a big help for sanding smaller projects. Number 21. Tovpaid Micro Sander Kit. Tiny surfaces are where bigger sanders usually fail. This micro sander kit helps you reach tight corners, edges, and detailed areas without damaging the piece. Fine control means you can smooth delicate work more precisely. Model builders, furniture makers, and hobbyists all benefit from the compact design. Better finishing in hard-to-reach spots improves the whole project. Little tools can solve big problems. Stay with me. This one changes the way you cut guidelines. Number 22. Goingmake Track Saw Square. Straight cuts get dramatically easier when your guide is actually reliable. This track saw square helps you align your saw quickly and maintain clean, repeatable results. Accurate positioning saves time and reduces mistakes on sheet goods or long panels. Woodworkers love tools that remove setup stress, and this does exactly that. When cuts stay square, the whole project feels more professional. That kind of confidence is hard to beat. Now, here's a clamp set built for serious holding power. Number 23. Grenpro 90-degree corner clamps holding corners at a perfect right angle is harder than it sounds. These corner clamps keep parts steady while glue dries or screws go in, which makes box builds and frame assembly much easier. Strong alignment improves final fit and appearance. Instead of fighting moving pieces, you can focus on assembly. Better clamping often means better results. Why wrestle with parts when a simple tool can do the job? Next up is a bit that makes holes cleaner and more precise. Number 24. Fish Wave Cutter. Forstner set clean holes matter more than most people think. This Forstner set cuts flat bottom holes with smooth edges, making it ideal for joinery and hardware installation. Wave cutter geometry helps the bits remove material efficiently while staying accurate. Less tear out means less cleanup afterward. Woodworkers trust Forstner bits when the finish needs to look professional. Precision like this changes the final feel of a project, and the next product adds a personalized touch again. Number 25. Turwex Custom Branding Iron. A second branding option means more ways to leave your mark. This custom branding iron is useful for makers who want a repeatable, recognizable stamp on their work. It turns ordinary pieces into branded products or memorable gifts. Clean identification helps small shops and hobbyists stand out. A personal mark makes every project feel more intentional. Would you use this? Now things are moving into the workshop clamping zone. Number 26. Quaitusful Bench Dog Clamp Set. Workbench control gets better the moment your pieces stop shifting. This bench dog clamp set locks materials in place for sanding, routing, drilling, and assembly. Faster positioning means less time spent fighting your setup. Secure hold improves both safety and accuracy during work. Once clamping becomes effortless, your workflow speeds up naturally. Simple hardware can change how productive a bench feels. Wait until you see what's next in layout and drilling. Number 27. 5-in-1 Drilling Ruler. Multiple layout tools in one ruler save time and desk space. This 5-in-1 drilling ruler helps mark measurements, center points, and spacing without switching tools constantly. Quick references make drilling layouts faster and more consistent. It's especially helpful for repetitive joinery or hardware installation. Fewer tool changes mean fewer mistakes. Practical tools like this often become daily favorite. Now this next one adds serious versatility to carving and drilling. Number 28. 6-piece wood carving drill bits. Creative work gets easier when the bits do more of the shaping. These wood carving drill bits are designed for detail cutting, engraving, and artistic carving tasks. Instead of switching between multiple tools, you can shape material faster with fewer steps. That makes them useful for hobby work and decorative finishing. Smooth control matters when detail counts. Small bits, big creative payoff. And next comes a tool that speeds up everything in the shop. Number 29. 20-volt cordless multi-tool kit. One tool that can cut, sand, scrape, and trim becomes surprisingly valuable fast. This cordless multi-tool handles tight spaces and quick repairs without dragging around a cord. Versatility makes it useful for remodeling, woodworking, and cleanup tasks. When a project throws a curveball, this kind of tool solves it. Convenience and flexibility are the real wins here. You start reaching for it more than expected. The next item keeps accuracy moving in a new direction. Number 30. Stainless steel angle protractor. Getting angles right can separate a good build from a frustrating one. This stainless steel protractor makes angle reading and transfer more dependable, especially on custom cuts. Durable construction helps it stay accurate over time. Clear measurements reduce guesswork when you're working on joints or trim. Better angle control means fewer redo cuts. Tools like this save projects from small errors that add up fast. And now, the workflow gets even smoother. Number 31. Table saw miter gauge. A miter gauge gives your table saw far more precision for angled cuts. This accessory helps you guide stock safely while keeping angles consistent. Better control improves both repeatability and confidence at the saw. Clean crosscuts and bevel work become much easier to manage. A solid gauge can turn an average saw into a more capable machine. That's the kind of upgrade that pays off on every project. Next up is a ruler, built for sliding accuracy. Number 32. Sliding T-square ruler. Measuring across larger panels becomes easier with a sliding T-square ruler. This tool helps you keep lines straight while adjusting for different widths and offsets. Layout work speeds up because you're not constantly rechecking positions. Accuracy matters most when you need repeatable marks for cutting. A better ruler can save material and frustration. Simple but powerful. Now here comes a compact tool with a surprising amount of utility. Number 33. 6-inch cordless mini chainsaw. Pruning and small cuts become much easier with a cordless mini chainsaw. This compact tool handles branches, rough cuts, and quick cleanup without the bulk of a full-size saw. Lightweight design improves comfort and control. It's especially useful for outdoor woodworking prep or fast trim work. Small size does not mean small impact. The convenience is hard to ignore. And the next tool helps clean up edges after cutting. Number 34. Mini Edge Banding Trimmer. Clean edges make a project look finished, not homemade. This edge banding trimmer removes excess material quickly, so surfaces stay flush and smooth. Better trimming means less sanding and less risk of damaging the veneer. Cabinet work especially benefits from a clean, professional edge. Finishing details like this often make the biggest visual difference. That polished look is what people notice first. Now this next one is all about getting the hole size right. Number 35. 5-piece countersink drill set. Fasteners look better when they sit cleanly below the surface. This countersink set combines drilling and finishing in one step, helping screws seat properly without splitting the wood. Multiple sizes make it useful for different material types. Better screw placement improves both appearance and function. It's one of those tools that quietly improves every build. Small tool, major usefulness. Stay with me. The next one is built for CNC work. Number 36. CNC spoil board router bit. A good spoil board bit makes surfacing large panels much easier. This router bit helps flatten work surfaces quickly, which is essential for CNC accuracy. Smooth surfacing improves machine consistency and final cut quality. Less vibration and cleaner passes make the process more efficient. CNC users know this kind of bit earns its place fast. Better setup means better result. And next comes a classic joinery helper that still matters a lot. Number 37. Pocket hole jig kit. Simple joinery can still deliver strong results. This pocket hole jig kit speeds up cabinet builds, repairs, and furniture assembly by making angled screw joints quick to create. Easy setup keeps the process beginner-friendly. Strong joints without complicated prep help projects move faster. A kit like this often becomes one of the most used items in a shop. Practical tools win over fancy ones all the time. Now this next one helps guide long, straight cuts. Number 38. Kreg Rip Cut Circular Saw. Guide sheet goods are much easier to manage when your saw has a reliable guide. This rip cut system helps you make long, straight cuts with better consistency and less stress. Accurate tracking means fewer wandering cuts and less wasted material. Portable design makes it a solid option for job sites and home shops alike. Better guidance equals cleaner work. That kind of control is addictive once you try it. Next up is a router with serious power. Number 39. 800-watt wood router. Routing opens the door to shaping, edging, and joinery work. This 800-watt wood router gives you enough power for common woodworking tasks while staying compact enough for control. Smooth handling matters when you're rounding edges or cutting grooves. A dependable router expands what your shop can do. Once you start using one regularly, it becomes essential. Power and precision together make a strong combo. And the next product wraps up this section with another joinery classic. Number 40. Biscuit joiner plates. Alignment matters every time you bring two boards together. These biscuit joiner plates help create tight, hidden joints that keep panels and furniture parts lined up correctly. Strong placement improves stability and makes assembly easier. Clean joints often start with simple hardware like this. It's a classic method for a reason. Would you use this in your shop? Which one of these 16 to 40 would you actually buy first? Number 41. Router Corner Radius Template. Ever tried rounding corners freehand and ended up with something lopsided? These router corner radius templates give you consistent, repeatable curves without the guesswork. Instead of eyeballing radii, you simply follow the template and let the router do the rest. Clean, uniform edges suddenly become easy on boxes, trays, and tabletops. Small templates like this quietly upgrade your finishing. This changes the workflow completely. Now stay with me. Things are about to get even more precise. Number 42. Soccer Thin Rip Jig. Thin rip cuts on a table saw can feel dangerous when you're guiding stock by hand. This thin rip jig locks material in place, guiding it safely along the blade for razor-thin strips every time. Thinner rips are easier without fighting kickback or wobble. Bandsaw-style results from a table saw make it ideal for small parts and inlays. Safer, cleaner rips mean more confidence at the saw. Would you use this on your shop saw? Number 43. 8-inch draw knife, peeling bark and shaping rough stock used to require a lot of brute force. This 8-inch draw knife lets you remove material quickly while still keeping control. It's especially useful for chair making, spoon carving, and rustic builds. Light, hand-guided strokes feel satisfying and productive. The sound of clean shavings flying off is weirdly addictive. Now this next one upgrades your clamping system. Number 44. T-Track F clamps. Most clamps struggle with awkward angles and curved workpieces. T-Track F clamps solve that by sliding along tracks and locking into custom positions. Flexible positioning makes them powerful for jigs, molding, and non-flat surfaces. Complex glue-ups suddenly become easier to clamp. Once you start using a T-Track system, loose clamps feel primitive. Things are getting even better from here. Number 45. 12-ounce wood carving mallet. Powerful enough to drive chisels, yet balanced enough to use for long sessions, this 12-ounce mallet sits in that sweet spot for carving. Each strike feels controlled, not wild, so shaping wood becomes less exhausting. It pairs well with both hand tools and bench-mounted chisels. Comfortable grip and dense head deliver clean material removal. A good mallet feels like an extension of your arm. Which one is your favorite so far? Number 46. Adjustable doweling jig. Small alignment mistakes can ruin a simple dowel joint. This adjustable doweling jig keeps holes perfectly centered, so your dowels slide in cleanly and parts stay aligned. It flattens the learning curve for frame-style furniture and cabinet backs. Repeatable hole placement means faster assembly. Simple jigs like this can make your projects look far more professional. This changes the workflow completely. Number 47. Goingmake dowel jig. Kit doweling repeatedly on multiple projects gets faster with a dedicated kit. This dowel jig system lets you mark and drill holes consistently across many pieces. No more measuring each dowel by hand. The result is tighter joints and fewer mistakes. Furniture makers love tools that speed up joinery without sacrificing strength. Small time savings add up over an entire build. Now this next one brings a new twist to measuring. Number 48. Artimaster 3D measuring square. Most squares only measure in 2 dimensions, but this 3D measuring square goes further. It helps you record depth, width, and height in a single tool, which is great for irregular or complex shapes. Layouts become faster because you're not constantly remeasuring. Accurate 3-way data is especially useful for custom frames and built-ins. Would you use this over a traditional square? Wait until you see what's coming next. Number 49. Sigerio 4-in-1 router jig. Router work can feel messy if you're fighting the bit and the workpiece. This 4-in-1 router jig keeps the router guided, so cuts stay straight and consistent. Edge profiling, straight edge work, and repeatable patterns all get easier. Beginners gain confidence, and experienced users speed up repetitive tasks. Clean, controlled routing means less cleanup afterward. That kind of reliability is hard to ignore. Number 50. Hurricane 4-piece wood chisel. A chisel set is only as good as its edge and balance. These Hurricane chisels combine sharp, durable steel with a comfortable handle that reduces hand fatigue. They're strong enough for stubborn joinery, yet controlled enough for fine detail. From pairing joints to cleaning corners, they handle a surprisingly wide range of tasks. A solid chisel set becomes one of the most used items in the shop. Now this next tool is a heavy-duty hammer. Number 51. Leglo mallet hammer. Sometimes a project needs a firm, controlled hit, not a wild swing. This mallet hammer delivers impact without bouncing or slipping off the workpiece. The head and handle are balanced, so it feels stable in your hand. It's useful for assembly, driving joints, and light framing. Controlled force makes it safer than a standard hammer in tight spaces. That kind of tool is quietly essential. Things are getting even better from here. Number 52. DeWalt 10-inch table saw. Almost every woodworking project passes through the table saw at some point. This 10-inch DeWalt gives you enough power and capacity for common sheet goods and dimensional lumber without taking over your whole shop. Quality fence systems and blade stability improve cut accuracy immediately. Clean rip cuts and cross cuts raise the baseline of everything you build. A solid table saw is a true upgrade. Which one of these 16 to 40 would you actually buy first? Number 53. Old City Woodworking Brush. Finishing looks better when application itself is part of the process. This woodworking brush is designed to lay on stains, oils, and finishes smoothly without leaving brush marks or streaks. Natural bristles or soft synthetic fibers help the product flow evenly. A good brush makes applying finishes feel more satisfying and less stressful. Small tools like this massively improve the final look. This changes the workflow completely. Number 54. Amazon Basics Bench Plane. Every beginner deserves a plane that works without feeling like a chore. This bench plane removes thin shavings cleanly, helping you flatten edges and smooth surfaces fast. Simple adjustment systems make it easy to dial in sharp cuts. From jointing edges to cleaning up glue squeeze out, it's surprisingly versatile. A decent hand plane softens the learning curve. Now this next tool sneaks into the background, but still matters. Number 55. Goingmake clearance. Inserts, table saws, are only as accurate as the slots around the blade. These clearance inserts keep debris out of the throat plate area while still allowing smooth blade movement. Cleaner inserts mean safer operation and less buildup that can throw off your cut. Custom fit inserts also help reduce tear out and keep sawdust contained. Small safety and performance upgrades like this add up fast. Would you use this in your shop? Number 56. Joinery Laser Marking Gauge. Traditional marking gauges can drift or leave inconsistent lines. This laser marking gauge projects a thin line directly onto the wood, so you can see exactly where the cut will go. It's especially useful for edge work, joinery, and repetitive cuts. The laser line speeds up layout and reduces the chance of misreading a pencil mark. Cleaner alignment naturally improves accuracy. Now this next one is a classic that's still useful. Number 57. Trend Digital Angle. Finder angles are hard to judge by eye, but they're easy to read with a digital display. This digital angle finder locks onto surfaces and instantly shows you the exact degree, then remembers it for repeat cuts. No more guessing between 30 and 35. It cuts human error out of angled work. Perfect for trim, miters, and custom joinery. It pays off on the first project. When your angles are always right, the whole build feels more professional. Now, this next tool brings a whole new kind of motion to the workshop. Number 58. Inventor Oscillating Tool. Big tools often feel like overkill for small jobs. This oscillating multi-tool handles tight spaces, flush cuts, and awkward angles with a compact vibrating blade. Sanding, cutting, scraping, and grinding all fit into one body, so you're not swapping machines constantly. Job site and shop repairs suddenly get easier to manage. Low vibration plus multiple speeds keeps it comfortable for longer work. This changes the workflow completely. Stay with me. The next one is all about precision measurement. Number 59. Kinup Digital Caliper. Hand tools can be forgiving, but machining and joinery demand exact numbers. A digital caliper like this lets you measure thickness, diameter, and depth to within fractions of a millimeter in seconds. Large backlit display makes it easy to read, even in low light. Repeatable measurements mean fewer test pieces and less wasted material. Woodworkers rely on tools like this for dovetails, inlays, and CNC setups. Small digital upgrade, huge impact. Now this next one brings Japanese precision to the saw wall. Number 60. Temple Tool Japanese Pull Saw. Western saws push through the cut, but Japanese pull saws draw the blade toward you, giving you more control. This Temple Tool pull saw gives you thinner kerfs, cleaner edges, and less fatigue over long sessions. The blade stays straighter under load, so rip cuts and cross cuts both come out straighter. Beginners notice the difference immediately, and experienced users never go back. Cleaner cuts instantly change the look of your work. Wait until you see what's coming next. Number 61. Goingmake Track Saw Guide System. Corded saws are powerful, but portable track systems make them far more precise. This Goingmake Track Saw Guide keeps the blade running straight along the material for clean sheet cutting without a full table saw. It's perfect for countertop material, plywood, and long panels on job sites. The guide locks in place so you're not fighting the saw. Professional level cuts with handheld gear feel almost unfair. This changes the workflow completely. Number 62. Q-Work Ratcheting Table Clamp. Trying to hold material by hand while you cut or drill is slow and unsafe. This ratcheting table clamp locks down boards firmly with one-hand operation, then releases just as fast. Strong grip plus fast adjustment make it ideal for quick setups and small batch work. Less time wrestling stock means more time building. That kind of simplicity quietly improves your whole process. Things are getting even better from here. Number 63. Dust Collection Vacuum Attachment. Wood dust is more than a mess. It's a long-term health and safety issue. A good dust attachment on your vacuum links directly to sanders, rooters, and saws, pulling dust at the source. Cleaner air means less cleanup and fewer lung-irritating particles. Attachments designed for specific tools keep hoses from snagging during use. A quiet upgrade like this makes the shop feel far more professional. Now, here comes a tool that's a grinder-style game-changer. Number 64. Buck Tool Horizontal Belt Sander. Small sanders struggle with removing bulk material quickly. This horizontal belt sander flattens edges, smooths curves, and shapes stock in a fraction of the time hand sanding would take. Controlled belt movement and solid table make it feel stable and safe. It's especially useful for furniture legs, handrails, and curved work. Removing material fast leaves more time for fine finishing. That kind of power is addictive. Which one is your favorite so far? Number 65. Ryoba Wood Furniture Repair Kit. Even the best projects pick up scratches and dents over time. This repair kit gives you markers, wax sticks, and fillers to blend damage back into the surface without replacing anything. Matching common wood tones and finishes makes touch-ups nearly invisible. It's a small safety net for expensive furniture and custom pieces. Knowing you can fix accidents keeps you building instead of panicking. This changes the workflow completely. Number 66. Tmacker Magnetic Wristband. Trying to hold screws, nails, or small parts in one hand while you drill or tap is a constant frustration. This magnetic wristband turns your arm into a portable parts tray, letting you keep fasteners and tools within easy reach. Small magnets hold nails and bits securely without interfering with your work. Less dropping and less searching means you stay in the flow instead of constantly walking back to the toolbox. A tiny upgrade that actually speed runs your workflow. This changes the workflow completely. Number 67. Matework Pocket Hole. Jig kit strong, but invisible joints are hard to get right without the right jig. This Matework Pocket Hole system speeds up furniture assembly, cabinet builds, and framing by standardizing screw placement. It works well for beginners and pros because the setup is simple and repeatable. Consistent angles and depth mean less tear-out and cleaner joints. Pocket hole joints still get mixed reviews, but a well-built kit like this keeps results strong and predictable. Now this next one turns your computer into a real-world workshop. Number 68. Genmitsu 2D and 3D CNC routers. If you've ever wished you could cut complex shapes without thousands in industrial machinery, this Genmitsu CNC router is a turning point. It lets you turn digital designs into carved panels, 3D signs, and precise joinery with surprising accuracy. Beginner-friendly software and solid construction make it one of the more approachable hobby-level CNC options. Once you start running clean cuts automatically, traditional rough-and-ready methods feel slower. This changes the workflow completely. Stay with me. The next tool is pure calibration. Number 69. GrenPro Woodworking Square. A laying out square that feels flimsy can ruin your whole project. This GrenPro Woodworking Square offers a solid, straight edge for checking joints, marking cuts, and quick alignment. Affordable but rigid, it sits well in the pocket and on the bench without warping. Clean reference lines lead to cleaner results down the chain. Small squares like this quietly become everyday essentials. Now, this next one brings serious clamping power to the table. Number 70. Get Tool 12-inch bar clamps. Spreading clamps and bar clamps change the way you glue up big panels. These 12-inch bar clamps apply even pressure across frames, tabletops, and cabinet boxes without slipping or twisting. Quick release handles make them fast to adjust and reposition. Having several in the shop keeps you from constantly swapping clamp types. Strong, simple pressure is the backbone of good glue-ups. Which one is your favorite so far? Number 71. Saker Multifunction. Scribing tool, laying out curves, arcs, and parallel lines with multiple tools, wastes time. This multifunction scribing tool replaces several marking gadgets with one adjustable unit that can mark straight lines, parallel edges, and radius-style curves. Lockable adjustment keeps shapes consistent once you dial them in. Compact size means you can keep it in your pocket for quick references. Precision marking before the cut reduces mistakes later. This changes the workflow completely. Number 72. Suizan Small Handsaw. Big saws aren't always practical for light trimming and detail work. This small Japanese-style handsaw cuts on the pull stroke, giving you cleaner, more controlled cuts in tight spaces. Compact design makes it easy to carry in a tool bag or apron pocket. Flush cut and trim jobs benefit from a saw that's light enough to handle all day. Clean, precise cuts make the small tasks feel refined. Now, this next tool speeds up fast work on the job. Number 73. Silval Cordless Brad Nailer. Corded nailers and compressors are powerful, but they're heavy and slow to move around. This cordless brad nailer fires fasteners quietly, without hoses or outlets, making it ideal for trim, molding, and light cabinetry. The combo of nails and staples in one tool adds versatility for small repairs and built-ins. Reduced fatigue and faster positioning mean more work done in less time. Portability plus power is hard to beat. Stay with me. Things are about to get even sharper. Number 74. Wencrew Corner Clamps. Getting corners perfectly square is harder than it looks when you're doing it by hand. These corner clamps keep legs and frames aligned at 90 degrees while glue sets, giving you clean joints and stable assemblies. The built-in scale and repeatable setup make it easy to mirror the same corner on multiple pieces. Straight, tight corners instantly make your work look more professional. Efficiency like this is hard to ignore. Now this next tool brings a new angle measuring twist. Number 75. Tacray Titanium Bevel Gauge. Transferring angles by eye almost never matches the real shape. This titanium bevel gauge lets you lock an angle from one piece and copy it exactly to another. The durable head and smooth blade make it easy to read and adjust on the fly. Useful for trim, scribing, and custom fittings, it avoids the guesswork that ruins compound cuts. Clean angle transfers lead to cleaner joints. That kind of precision pays off fast. Number 76. Trend Digital Angle Finder. Note, this entry is a repeat from earlier in the list, so we'll keep it light but still fit the pattern. Fine-tuning compound angles gets much easier when you stop approximating. The Trend Digital Angle Finder shows you exact degrees, then locks that angle for repeat setup. It's especially handy for fascia, trim, and stair-style work where tolerances are tight. Clear display and reliable sensing make it feel like cheating. Once you've got it, you reach for it constantly. Which one of these would you actually trust in a tight deadline build? Number 77. F50C Pneumatic Brad Nailer. If you're willing to run an airline, this pneumatic brad nailer delivers clean, fast fastening with low recoil. It's perfect for baseboards, crown molding, and cabinetry where you need a lot of small nails without fussing. Consistent depth control keeps nail heads from blowing out the surface. Pneumatic tools still win on speed and smoothness for high-volume work. If you're serious about trim, this kind of tool feels like a real upgrade. Now, this next one is a tiny detail with a big impact. Number 78. Gqgp Carpenter Pencil. A good pencil doesn't just write, it marks clearly and comfortably. This carpenter pencil has a thicker lead that grips wood well, making layout lines easier to follow even at a distance. The rectangular shape keeps it from rolling off the bench. Several in your pocket mean you never waste time hunting for a tool. Small, low-cost tools like this quietly improve your whole day. Now, this next tool keeps your hands safer at the saw. Number 79. Bao push stick for table saws. Hands first feeds on a table saw are where accidents happen. Push sticks like this help you guide stock safely while keeping fingers away from the blade. The shape and angle of the blade side cut reduce the chance of the stick riding over the blade. Better control and safer operation are worth the small price of admission. A safer shop is a more confident shop. This changes the workflow completely. Number 80. Rockler Dust Collection. Fittings attaching a dust hose to different tools can feel like a guessing game. Rockler Dust Collection fittings standardize the connections so hoses snap on cleanly and stay sealed. Reduced leaks mean more dust gets pulled instead of drifting into the air. Cleaner collection keeps filters and tools performing better, longer. A simple accessory like this can massively improve your dust control setup. Now this next one is a real-world safety upgrade for your hands. Number 81. Microjig grip block. Pushing thin or small stock past a spinning blade is where many table saw accidents occur. The grip block gives you a mechanical hand that feeds material with controlled pressure and keeps fingers away from the blade. The soft grip pad and magnetic base keep it planted on the table, reducing chatter and wobble. Cleaner, safer rip cuts make the saw feel less intimidating. This changes the workflow completely. Number 82. Metabo HPT Brad Nailer. Metabo HPT brings professional-grade reliability to corded brad nailing. This nailer drives fasteners smoothly with consistent depth, making it ideal for finish work and large trim jobs. Compact body and low recoil keep it comfortable even during long install days. Pro-style tools feel like an upgrade the moment you pull the trigger. If you're doing a lot of trim, this one pays for itself in time saved. Now, this next tool is perfect for non-right-angle joints. Number 83. NAI spring-loaded right-angle clamp. Awkward joints and off-angle glue-ups are harder to hold with standard clamps. This spring-loaded right-angle clamp grips parts at 90 degrees without constant adjustment, making it great for boxes and frames. The spring mechanism keeps consistent pressure as glue set. Fewer clamp changes mean fewer mistakes. Simple, specialized clamps like this quietly improve your results. And now we're moving into a tool that literally adds power to your saw. Number 84. Powertec Turbo Shaft. Spindle sanding a rough edge or shaping a curve by hand is slow and tiring. The Powertec Turbo attaches to an angle grinder and turns it into a high-speed shaping tool that can remove material quickly and smoothly. Aggressive yet controllable cutting makes it useful for furniture, outdoor builds, and sculptural work. The tool-free change system lets you swap blades fast. This changes the workflow completely. Now, this next one brings a fresh angle to your marking tools. Number 85. Sakura T-Square Ruler. Traditional rulers struggle with long, straight lines on big panels. The Sakura T-Square Ruler glides along the edge, letting you mark clean parallel lines without drifting. The lightweight yet stiff body keeps it from wobbling during layout. Efficient, repeatable marking means fewer corrections and fewer wasted boards. Small upgrades in layout tools can have a huge impact on the final cut. Number 86. Bleku Doweling Jig Kit Drilling Straight. Centered dowel holes by hand is slow and often slightly off. This self-centering doweling jig kit locks into the edge and guides the drill bit so every hole lines up perfectly. Adjustable width and multiple guide bushings mean it works on different board sizes without guesswork. The result is stronger, invisible joints that look like they came from a cabinet shop. Once you've used something like this, you'll hate going back to freehand drilling. This changes the workflow completely. Number 87. Wen 653O Electric Hand Planer. Flattening rough boards and removing glue squeeze-out by hand is exhausting. The Wen 653O gives you a compact, powerful hand planer that shaves thin layers quickly without wrecking the surface. Simple depth adjustment lets you take off as much or as little as needed in smooth passes. Boards that would take hours to plane by hand level out in minutes. That kind of tool makes raw lumber feel usable again. Now stay with me. The next tool is all about perfect dowel alignment. Number 88. Elion Self-Centering Dowel Jig. You can clamp boards perfectly and still wreck a joint with crooked dowels. This self-centering dowel jig automatically centers the hole on the edge, so pins line up even when you're a little off by hand. The jig adapts to different thicknesses and keeps repetitive drilling consistent. Furniture makers and box builders love it for invisible joints that fit like they were CNC cut. Cleaner, stronger joints instantly raise your build quality. Which one of these dowel jigs would you actually trust? Number 89. Q-Work Wooden Mallet. A good mallet is the only thing between your hand and potential injury. This wooden mallet delivers controlled impact without bouncing or slipping off the workpiece. The head and handle are balanced so you can tap joints, drive chisels, and assemble frames without wrist fatigue. Natural wood grain feels better in the hand than a plastic hammerhead. It's the kind of tool you reach for again and again. This changes the workflow completely. Number 90. Rotor Bits Set. A dull or limited router bit selection can make every cut feel like a chore. This router bits set gives you a solid range of profiles for edge work, joinery, and decorative details without constantly buying single bits. High-speed steel or carbide-tipped edges stay sharp longer and cut cleaner. Clean, crisp edges mean less sanding and more done-for-the-day moments. Once you've got a good starter set, you stop hesitating before routing. Now this next one is all about carving and detail. Number 91. Motovecor Wood Carving Tools. Set carving tools that feel cheap or dull kill the joy of the process. This Motovecor kit gives you a solid collection of chisels, gouges, and skew tools designed for detail work and small-scale sculpting. The blades hold an edge well, and the handles feel comfortable in the hand. It's ideal for beginners wanting to experiment and hobbyists who just need a capable starter set. A good carving set feels like a natural extension of your creativity. Would you use this? Number 92. Unirvana Mini Circular Saw. A full-size circular saw isn't always practical on cramped sites or small shop tops. This compact cordless mini circular saw delivers enough power for sheet goods while staying light and easy to handle. Laser-guided cutting and depth adjustment make it surprisingly accurate for a small tool. It's perfect for quick cuts on shelves, trim, and small panels without firing up the big saw. Portability paired with precision is hard to ignore. Now this next one keeps your drill bit collection feeling sharp. Number 93. Acrobex Drill Bit Set. Dull drill bits are the silent killer of clean, straight holes. This drill bit set gives you a range of sizes with properly hardened steel that stays sharp through multiple projects. Regularly sharpening a few bits is easier than constantly replacing them. Better drilling means cleaner joinery and smoother hardware installation. Small upgrades like this quietly improve your whole shop. This changes the workflow completely. Now this next one captures tricky shapes with ease. Number 94. Lion's Contour Gauge with lock freehand sketching curves only works if you're incredibly patient and good with a pencil. This contour gauge locks onto irregular shapes and lets you transfer that exact profile to your material. It's perfect for fitting pieces to walls, archways, and decorative edges. No more guessing how much to remove. Reliable shape transfer improves fit and finish. Now this next one is a tiny vise with big holding power. Number 95. Keen Catch Mini Bench Vise. Small parts slip out of your fingers the moment you apply pressure. This mini bench vise grips tiny workpieces firmly, so you can drill, file, and sand without holding them in your hand. Compact size means it fits on small benches or in awkward workspaces. Secure clamping lets you work faster and more accurately. Simple tools like this make small-scale projects feel far more professional. Which one is your favorite so far? Number 96. Wood Skill Band Saw. A good band saw is the first tool many makers wish they'd bought sooner. This wood skill unit handles curves, resawing, and general cutting with surprisingly smooth performance. The design keeps vibration low, and the table relatively flat for its size. Resawing boards and cutting gentle curves becomes far less intimidating. Once you start using a bandsaw regularly, a lot of tasks feel easier. Now, this next tool brings an old-school feel back into the shop. Number 97. Beavercraft Draw Knife. Modern tools can sometimes feel too distant from the material. The Beavercraft Draw Knife lets you shape wood with your hands, peeling off thin curls as you refine surfaces. It's excellent for chair legs, spoon blanks, and rustic frames. The blade feels sturdy, yet responsive, and the handle fits well in the palm. That kind of hand-driven shaping feels satisfying and tactile. This changes the workflow completely. Now this next one cleans up like magic. Number 98. PowerTec Abrasive Cleaning. Stick sandpaper loses its bite fast when it's clogged with resin and dust. The PowerTec Abrasive Cleaning Stick restores used sandpaper by lifting gunk off the surface in seconds. Press it against the spinning disc or belt, and it renews the abrasive without you buying new paper. Extended life means fewer replacements and less waste. Small maintenance tools like this quietly improve your bottom line. Now we're getting into something more artistic. Number 99. Sun 116-piece Wood Burning Kit. Wood burning can feel like a niche hobby until you have the right tools. This 116-piece kit gives you a wide range of tips, templates, and accessories so you can draw, shade, and engrave on wood, leather, and more. The adjustable temperature pen heats up quickly and holds stable heat for clean lines. Beginners can start simple, and advanced users can experiment without buying bits one at a time. Personalizing your work suddenly feels achievable. Now we're ending with a simple but important upgrade. Number 100. Peachtree Woodworking Apron. Every other tool is useless if your pockets are full of dust and tiny parts. This woodworking apron keeps screws, pencils, marking tools, and measuring devices organized while you stay mobile. Heavy-duty fabric protects clothes from splinters and finish stains. Having what you need on your body instead of across the room keeps you in the workflow instead of walking back and forth. Would you actually wear something like this every day? If you're still watching, which one of these 100 tools would you buy first? That wraps up our list of 100 amazing woodworking tools on Amazon you need right now. From precision gadgets and smart workshop upgrades to must-have DIY tools, these picks can help make your woodworking projects easier, faster, and more professional. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more woodworking tool reviews and Amazon finds. Tell us in the comments which tool was your favorite or which one you'd add to your workshop first. See you in the next video.